What's going on, Atlanta? Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. This is a brand new live news show where we bring you all the hottest stories in the city. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
Understand me?
And Million.
Hey.
All right, a lot going on in our city. You know, we love this city, but it's a little ghetto sometimes. A lot of crime to talk about. We'll run through it real quickly, get to the good stuff. But we're going to start off with the woman from Carrollton who just pleaded guilty. She said, I'm guilty of harboring undocumented immigrants as part of a massive meth ring. So this woman's name is Jacqueline Moroccan. Again, she's from Carrollton, and she actually pleaded guilty in federal court to possessing more than 760 pounds of methamphetamine with intent to distribute, obviously, and for harboring those undocumented immigrants to do the trafficking. Now, that's diabolical.
That is diabolical.
Even worse, the house, according to police, was rented.
Wow, they rented the house?
They rented the house.
Guess where it was at?
Where?
I believe they rented it out in Stone Mountain.
Now, Stone Mountain's a nice place.
Yeah.
Stone Mountain can get a little ghetto, but Stone Mountain is, in general, I love going to Stone Mountain. This is not Stone Mountain activity.
Well, first of all, man, this is 1.4 million, 1.9 million, and you renting?
That's true.
Buy the house.
That's the street value for the drugs that they said it was like 99% pure methamphetamine.
Come on, man. Go sell that and buy a crib. Like, what y'all renting for? Buy a crib. I mean, granted, don't go sell it, but, you know, figure out a way to make the money. Y'all know what y'all was doing. Man, go get a house. Go buy a crib.
And why are we harboring undocumented immigrants? With that kind of money, you could just pay somebody here. You know what I mean? Take part of that risk out.
Low key.
But they were undocumented immigrants from Mexico. I mean, we keep seeing Mexico is, I didn't realize how much there was just weight moved here in our city, Metro Atlanta, from Mexico.
Interesting. I love the fact that you just said that, because College Park was confirmed to be in Atlanta. I mean, ICE was confirmed to be in College Park. Does this kind of make some sense now? Like, we're seeing multiple different cases of like drug trafficking coming down to Georgia. It's like we kind of have a reason for it to happen.
I mean, let's not get it twisted. APD was doing a great job. Let's not get it all the way twisted. APD was doing their due diligence. Now, we were policing our own people out here in Atlanta. Like, I ain't even gonna sit here and hold you like we needed ICE for real. We was doing a pretty good, everything that we've been reporting on been bust here. So these folks doing what they supposed to do, and I know APD probably like, hey, bro, I know y'all didn't call these folks in here to come help us out, dog. Like, what? So, yeah, I don't.
Even here, this was done by the DEA and local law enforcement. And apparently, according to authorities, that meth was being concealed in bags of charcoal. I will say they are crafty.
Yeah.
It's one thing or another they're concealing this stuff in. You know what I mean? If y'all want to rank something, it's like rank what you're hiding these drugs in. Celery.
I say 7. Yeah,
well,
I give it a 7. If we're ranking anything, that's kind of creative.
That is creative. But also, I want to take a look at this. DEA and the U.S. Marshals, there was no killing. There was nobody getting hurt. Nobody did. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how it got done, but we ain't hear nothing about them getting shot, nothing like that.
Very fair point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't see. So you're saying that they had it under wraps already. Just imagine how much they didn't unfold. I'm saying maybe they could use a little help. But I get what you're saying.
Get what I'm saying.
Congrats to us.
Yes.
Like we knocking them down.
Yes.
You know, we getting them out of here. But maybe they may need some help. Who knows?
No, bro, we don't need ICE out in Atlanta. And this is I'm telling you, bro, ICE think they coming in here. Atlanta is not the place bro, we just not the place to mess with when it comes to this. We really don't mess with y'all, like, at all. Like, I hate to break it. We love our people out here. Illegal or legal. We love our folks out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be what y'all think it is, how it is. This ain't Minneapolis. All right, dog. This is Atlanta.
I did hear a theory on why they are setting up in College Park.
Oh, what's the theory?
And, kind of the official line is probably because it's closer to the airport.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But I was talking to somebody the other day who's from here who said they probably put them over there because they were not about to have any potential protests in Buckhead or in Alpharetta or in a nice area. They said, oh, okay, if the streets decide they're upset about this and go in and do, something crazy, let's go ahead and put them in College Park.
That's messed up.
That's messed up.
That's messed up.
So
But
if
it
they
makes sense.
So if they tear anything down, they're
It's
gonna
in
tear down College Park neighborhoods as opposed to going to Buford. Dang, that is so crazy.
Listen,
Oh,
we're
you
on to
are so
y'all.
Yeah,
crazy.
but we won't even give y'all a chance to make us do that, bro. To be honest with you, we not even gonna give y'all a chance to let us even get to that stage of like, oh, we need to rage, and we not even going for none of that. I'm sorry, bro. We not going for none of that.
That's cap because the kids have been protesting like crazy. I don't think that we're going to get to a point of rioting, but I feel like we shouldn't have even gone this far as black people. Y'all, chill, just vibe. This is mind our black business. I keep saying it all the time.
Yes.
Mind our black business. So if they put it in College Park, we just need to continue to mind our black business and not touch anything over there.
Listen, I actually did see the other day where somebody was saying that the Hispanic community that they know, somebody was talking on the news, is very upset about what Trump is doing. And these were Trump supporters talking. That somebody was talking on behalf of Trump supporters because he had a lot of Hispanic people vote for him. And I think, I remember them saying at the time, you guys know if they start just mass deporting people, literally anybody who looks Mexican or Venezuelan or Colombian or Cuban or Hispanic in any way is probably going to get targeted. And they thought, no way does that happen. You know what I mean? But this whole time, like my argument has been, you never got a plan. They never told you how they were going to pull this off. Mm-hmm. So what I mean, like you don't know that what they were planning to do. You just voted for it and thought, it's probably going to work out for the best. Mm-hmm. Here we are all these months later and oops.
See, I saw somebody post on X. I don't know if this is an official quote from Langston Hughes, but it said, fascism is a new name for the terror that the Negro has always faced in America. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like, I feel like we've always been going through this in general in America, and we just can't continue to. We've been telling people I'm sorry, I messed up. I'm sorry.
What are you trying to say? No, but like
I caught it. I caught what I did. I was like, dang, was I supposed to do that? But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, we've been going through everything. We've been going through all this, and we've been warning that this is what could happen. Fascism could actually happen. Why is nobody listening to us? Is it because we're black? Is it because, I
see what you're saying. I think, because I don't know what you feel like you said that was wrong. Because I'm trying to follow you. And I think what you're trying to say is that, black people have been saying forever, this is the kind of treatment that we're getting. Yeah. This is a problem. And now, we're seeing this targeted at the Hispanic community, and black people have said, well, we tried to tell you, why haven't you been listening? Mm-hmm. And why didn't people care in droves when we were saying it was happening to us?
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of vibe. So I feel what you're saying.
Okay.
In that sense.
I appreciate
we gotta get
this. For sure.
But I will say, to move on here, take a good look at your screen, people. Police are hoping you know the man who broke into a senior care facility. Which one of y'all's cousins targeted a senior care facility? Got you in 4K. That's a clear camera.
What would you even need from there? Diapers?
Wait till you hear what he got.
What would you?
Wait till you hear what he got.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What did he get?
Well, police are saying that he damaged a vending machine and stole a painting from inside the building.
Wait,
you
what?
did all that. That's what
damage. Then he didn't even get no snacks from the vending machine.
I'm assuming the damage is the effort
of trying to get the snacks out.
Trying to get the snacks out. But that's the video. I mean, look at this. Look at this.
I feel like there's more stuff he could have stole that he could have sold for a little bit more.
I'm just like kind of paying attention to how he's just chilling out there. Yeah. You I see the camera seeing me. I see you. You see me. I'm looking barrel into the camera, and still went in, according to police.
Mm-hmm. He was like talking to the camera at that too. He was having a whole full blown conversation. In my opinion, maybe he was homeless or something. I don't know. Maybe he just wanted it because who
breaks into a what? Yeah, he's probably homeless, man.
Wait, hold on. Now, why would a homeless person need a painting? Or are you gonna hang it?
In your tent. What do you mean? Right in your tent.
How are you gonna hang it in your tent?
You're gonna you're gonna take it out of the thing and then tape it up, bro. I don't know, but I don't see why he needed to paint. This is not this is not Arc Raiders, bro. You are not in here trying to scavenge stuff, dog.
Bro really thought that this painting cost a lot of money. You don't know what fine art is, bro.
And where are you going to sell it? What art dealer do you know? You're going to go to the pawn shop and be like, how much could I get for this painting?
Yeah, because I'm going to immediately go, you stole that, brother. What?
Where did you get this?
Yeah, get that mess out of here. You stole that, dog. Like, what in the world? And he didn't get no snacks. That's what he really went in there for. He probably was like Denzel, I'm leaving here with something.
I'm leaving here with something.
I might not even get no snacks, but I'm going to take something. Probably was looking around there like, what? You know what? Let me grab this paint red. I got him with this. They gonna hate me when they see they painting missing, boy. Oh, yeah, that's what he probably was thinking. But,
crazy.
Yeah.
But there is obviously, crime that's pretty serious. And this next story actually really breaks my heart because it involves young people. In fact, it involves 2 teenage boys who were just 13 and 16 years old, and they're being charged as adults now. And police say this really all started as a bullying situation and ended with them shooting somebody. So this is just something that never needed to happen. It's kind of one of those cases where kids just take matters into their own hands instead of relying on the adults to handle this or at least address it. And police are saying this happened at a house in Gwinnett County. Police said a 16-year-old boy is accused of actually being the shooter, and the 13-year-old boy is charged as just a party to the crime. And they didn't give much specifics on what the 13-year-old boy is accused of doing. But here's what happened. Police say that 9 people were inside of a house at the time of the shooting, including a 3-year-old. And that the 3-year-old, one child, not specifically the 3-year-old, but one child was injured. They were grazed, wasn't life-threatening, which is good. But police say that the situation began with a bullying complaint at a middle school. And they say what happened at first was pretty peaceful, and it was the adults trying to handle it. They say that a man came to the house claiming that that the victim's younger brother was bullying his daughter. So his daughter is being bullied. I'm coming to your house. I'm telling you guys my daughter's being bullied by the victim's younger brother. So apparently that happened calmly. The man was chill. He didn't do anything crazy. He said the school police were handling the issue and he left peacefully. But then about 30 minutes later, police say somebody else showed up to that house. And that person was claiming to be that girl's brother. That person was described as being very aggressive. Police say that he then walked back to a vehicle and then opened fire on the house. 6 to 7 shots were fired. Police say the bullets pierced the walls there, pierced household appliances. Family members inside, thankfully, they heard the gun cock outside and took cover. But again, there was that one child that was grazed, non-life-threatening. And then later on, that's when authorities identified the 2 teenagers being involved as that 16-year-old who fired the shots and the 13-year-old who assisted or was just involved in the act. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is wild. Yeah, you just never know how people feel about their family members, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to bullying. You just really never know because his dad probably could have went over there and did it the peaceful way in the right way, and then went back home and then the daughter or whoever was getting bullied probably told the brother something totally different that made him snap. Like, I'm very protective over my little sister.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I would go to this measure of extreme. It would have to be an extreme amount of bullying for me to be like, all right, I gotta shoot y'all now. You know what I mean? But we don't know what kind of bullying was going on. You know what I mean? I don't condone what he did, but at the same time, I definitely respect that he definitely stuck up for his sister or whoever it was, but I don't condone him doing it in that way. But yeah, I mean, for you stepping up, you're supposed to do that. As your dad, as your mom, I gotta be like, yo, you supposed to protect your little sister or your little brother. You're supposed to protect them. Now, did you do it the right way? No. You probably should have came and talked to me before you did that, but I definitely respect it, for sure.
I don't know. Whenever bullying does occur, it's like you said, you never know exactly how far it can go. Yeah. Like, I have little sisters. I'm very protective over them. I don't know. Maybe it gets to a point to it's like you said, I would have to see what the bullying exactly was, what it consisted of. But I'll definitely yoke up a little anybody if they mess with my little sister.
For sure.
See, and that's where, we didn't get the details on what actually happened with the bullying, but apparently the father that had showed up initially said that the school police were handling the issue. So that says to me that potentially this was more than just a ha ha ha. The police don't get involved at school unless there's something that really happened here. And obviously obviously, if the father's going to go all the way to somebody's house to even peacefully address it, then we're talking about, okay, I actually feel like I need to go to these people's house and look them in the face and, raise this issue with them. And especially now that we're hearing like a brother got that up in arms about it, I'm assuming, we can only sit here and speculate.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it was probably something that was, pretty hard to hear.
Yeah.
If you're this girl's loved one, as you're saying, you are supposed to go up and stand up for your sister. But if you're a 16-year-old and you got this 13-year-old with you and you're saying we're going to this house to end up shooting, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. How would you deal with, none of us are parents, so
Yeah.
we really don't know how we would like actually deal with our child being bullied. But if you could probably think and maybe ponder of how you would deal with it, how do you think you would deal with a bullying your child? Would you go down the route of, hey, I'm gonna go to the parent, I'm gonna go to the teachers, I'm gonna go to the police, and I'm gonna do the correct way? Or would you go and be like, hey, look, bro, if this keep happening, you gonna have to see me. Like, I'm not gonna fight your kid, but you as a parent are gonna have to see me because this is just what it is. Like, how would y'all?
I think it's definitely different for men because you guys have, testosterone. You guys have more of like a protective nature than I think some women may automatically jump to. You know what I mean? As far as like aggression and whatnot. And that's not like a dig. That's like, it is what it is. It is what it is. At the same time, I would want to teach my kid to fight, literally to like, if someone's saying they're bullying you and someone is literally putting their hands on you, you need to know how to fight to like protect yourself.
For sure.
At the same time, these kids just shoot these days. You know what I mean? Like, if you feel like you're losing a fight, some of these kids just shoot. Mm-hmm. And I don't, what do you do with that? Mm-hmm. What do you do?
Now, I was going to say that I'm going to go to the other father. Hopefully they do have a father or whoever the parent is. And then I'll address the situation right then and there. But then I also thought, like, what if the other person's father beats me up?
Whole family took an L.
Then you just make the situation way worse.
Oh my
God. Now the son thinks he could bully and would do whatever he wants to your kid.
Yeah, bro.
So it's like sometimes you gotta, I don't know, you have to be willing to take it there completely, like over your child.
Yeah.
I'm not saying take it there completely, but if you going over there, be willing to take it there completely because you can't lose.
Nah.
You can't lose.
Nah. If you get there and he bigger than you just gonna have to be like, all right, bro, but this is just what it's gonna have to be today. This is what it's just gonna have to be today. Hey, son, go home real quick. Go get what you need and then come. Hey, look, brother, all right? I just want your son to stop bullying my son. That's all I want, all right? So I'm gonna hit you in the face. Just fall a little bit, okay? Just fall. If you stumble, come back, you hit me, we done. All right, cool. Hey, man, I don't play this, but bro, just go back into yelling at him.
I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna beg. I can't look weak in front of another man and then have their kids know that I looked weak in front of their dad. So I gotta take it there, bro.
Right.
If I gotta take it there, I gotta take it there.
At the same time, we're talking about a brother bullying a girl. The victim's younger brother was bullying the daughter. So that means we're already talking about like a boy who's picking on a girl. I feel like it shouldn't even have to get to the point where y'all need to fight the father, because I get that mentality, but at the same time it's on the kind of time to me of like, why are you teaching your son to pick on a girl?
Don't even make no
in a
sense.
way that will involve the police? You shouldn't be. Why is he harming a girl? For real? At least, and I'm sorry, at least at that point, tell your son he's got to fight my son. If he wants to fight my younger daughter, tell him to fight my older son too. I mean, that's kind of, I think, obviously we shouldn't be condoning fighting at all, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, the news will get up here and tell you shouldn't, encourage fighting, but these kids are going to be kids. Mm-hmm. What they shouldn't have is guns. You know what I mean? At that point, we're talking about jail, prison, and death. So, what are we doing here?
Right. Why does the little boy have a gun in general? Yeah,
16 years old is crazy.
That's messed up.
And charging the 13-year-old as an adult as well.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wow.
And he didn't even pull the trigger according to police.
Wow.
That's, I don't know. Everybody loses in a situation like that.
True.
But then, police are also looking for a suspect who is wanted from a house party shooting that actually happened back in 2019.
Yeah, it did. They're looking for... So this is Ashton Reed, now 28 years old, and he was connected to a 2019 shooting. According to Atlanta police, officers responded to reports of gunfire on March 31st at a residence during the house party. During the incident, a man allegedly opened fire, striking 5 people inside. Near the home, one person did end up dying from that. Police believe the shooting happened during an argument in the in the house party, and one of the people did end up dying, and then 4 other people was hospitalized. So this was in 2019. It's like 7 years later. He was 21 because he's 28 right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how did he get away with this? And does he be held? Like, if he showed outstanding, like, if he was outstanding for these next 7 years, you know, what do we try him like as hard?
What do you mean?
For something in the past?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you try him for a crime that he committed?
It's 7 years ago. I'm saying, like, he's an outstanding citizen ever since then.
You know what?
Did he still do it?
Yeah, he still did it, though.
And he still has to get charged for it, bruh.
I was waiting. I was baiting that out there.
Yeah, you can't bait me. I mean, that's real talk. Like, yeah, if he did it 7 years ago, regardless of how, bro, that's like somebody being on the run for 30 years for murder, and then they finally get caught. It's like, you did the murder 30 years ago, but you know how you got a whole family, you got kids, you got a nice house, you're working, you're a citizen. No, dog, you got to go do that crime that time for that crime that you just did, even though it happened 30 years ago. Bruh, 100%, because guess what? The families that you did it to want to see somebody get charged for it, brother. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at.
I don't know.
Oh, wow, Lana.
Hold on.
I've never heard you.
Hold on. Okay, because sometimes I do see those kind of scenarios where 30 years will go by and this person has totally just turned around their life. They're like pastor at a church with upstanding children, beautiful wife. They give back to the community, and then they get linked to this crime that they did when they were young and dumb. And then it's like, you got to go to prison now because we got you. And sometimes my heart, I'm not gonna lie, my heart does break for people like that.
It sucks, but yo, you have to go. You have to go do. When it comes to stuff like this, like I understand if it's like a little bit of fraud, or a little bit of scamming, or something like that. I get it, bro. Like let them. Hey, bro, they got away with it. Let them go. It's a little bit of money, but you're talking about somebody's life.
I was just about to say though. So like, is it with any crime? Like any crime should be held to that extent? Like,
no,
because I was gonna say immigration. You're breaking a law coming in here. This is kind of like their whole entire argument. If it's years in the past, and I get caught now, why am I supposed to be held liable for that?
Totally understandable. And if you're here illegally and you're doing it the right way, as far as like going to get a job, working, having a family, and you're just being a regular citizen of society, 100%, I think that's messed up. Especially if you've been here since 2003 or 1999. Like, dog, yeah, I've been here for so long, y'all ain't kicked me out since. Now all of a sudden y'all want to kick me out. Yeah, I'm gonna be kind of mad because I haven't been in trouble. I haven't done anything. I've been doing everything. Only thing I'm not doing is paying taxes because I'm not American. So yeah, I do think that's kind of messed up. But when you're talking about taking somebody's life, we're talking about killing somebody right now, dog. Like, this is not something to just look over, because you got to remember that the person that got killed has a family.
Yeah.
So his family their family has been definitely looking for answers.
Yeah.
You got to understand that they want some answers and they want some sign of relief and some peace to themselves. And this might be that peace that they need to be like, thank you. Okay, it's been 7 years. I finally can go to sleep now.
And to your point, I don't think 7 years is long enough. Like, even though I do think, like, man, that's a shame. The whole situation's a shame when 30, 40 years go by and then somebody gets, nabbed for something. But 7 years, and we're talking about, reports of shooting up a party, and killing people. That means you got multiple families behind this. One person dead, 4 other people hurt. That's potentially 5 families who have been saying, like, where is the guy or a girl who did this? And, I don't know how it takes people so long to find these suspects, or, what ends up being that, smoking gun that leads into somebody. But, somebody's got to go down for this. Just, you got 1 person dead, 4 others hurt, and nobody is in trouble. And we know who we think did it.
Yeah. You're talking about 7 years of this man just walking around with a smile on his face. In his mugshot, he was literally smiling. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, 7 years, yes, you do what you need to do, man, whatever. But yeah, you should definitely, if you did something like this, get him.
It's almost like you got, like, borrowed time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, you got to be out in these streets for 30 years. In this case, 7 years. You
here
now, now you gotta call a spade
Exactly.
if you end up getting convicted for this. Also, there was a road rage shooting on I-285. 1 person got hurt, and I am just, Always on the hill of I'm not playing with y'all in traffic. I'm not having no roadway with y'all in traffic. Not
Nope.
here in Atlanta.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No, sir.
I told myself I don't honk my horn. I don't cut people off. I don't do none of that out here in Atlanta, bro. Like when people be honking their horn at me,
Oh, I do honk my horn.
God bless you, because I'm never honking my horn at nobody, bro. I'm not cutting people off. I'm letting people go. I ain't in really no rush ever for real. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what? Do what you need to do, bro. Not honking my fiance. I'll be like, hey, girl, you honk your horn. I got to deal with that. Don't be honking your horn at folks, dog.
I honk my horn, and then I will say I'm like kind of scared as I go past. I'm like, oh, I hope they don't have a gun and they're not mad at me, because you do have to think about it here. But yeah, this happened in DeKalb County on I-285 in the DeKalb County area, because that's who had to respond to this. Officers found a man who had been shot in the back, actually. And so police ended up temporarily shutting down I-285 and diverting traffic while they tried to figure this out. But, it's very hard to find really any kind of suspect who's accused of doing something on the road, even when it's a hit and run. You know what I mean? They're not going to find the person unless it was a really specific car. You got the license plate. There might have been a camera nearby. But, this just goes to show why you really got to just like let bygones be bygones on the road.
It ain't that serious, bro. We all drive. It is not that serious. Y'all can't be in that much of a rush, bro. It ain't that serious out there, bro. Like, it's really not. You ain't gonna never see me get no road rage ever, bro. I am too like, yeah, whatever, man. Get over, whatever. I'm not using my horn, though, I'll tell you that.
Especially because some of these people will follow you. Will follow you off and exit.
Yeah.
Will follow you, aggressively.
You don't know what these folks got going on with their life. I'm good.
All right, well, hey, we have so much more coming at you, but we're going to take a quick break and be right back. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to snow this weekend. Or so they say.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Are we ready? Are we going to take this one seriously?
I feel like it doesn't have as much hype as it last time.
It don't, and that's what happens every time. We took the ice so seriously, and it didn't do what it was supposed to do.
Not here.
But dog, I guarantee nobody's gonna panic this time, and we gonna get snowed in.
Boy, I got plans on Saturday, and I'm like,
Me too.
kind of want to risk it. I think I'm okay where I'm still. We'll be the ones that are stranded on the highway like, God dang.
Bro, I'm trying to tell
us.
you, they're going to get another snowpocalypse out of us, bro.
The sad part is, like, everybody already ate their ice-pocalypse snacks.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Over with.
That lasted probably like a couple of hours, honestly, into ice-pocalypse. Once it was very clear that nothing was happening, I'm like, man, give me them snacks.
Yeah, I'm eating these.
Yeah.
I'm eating these. Yeah, so are y'all, I don't think I'm taking this one seriously.
I don't know. From what I've been hearing, it sounds like it might actually snow in the Atlanta area. So it's like, maybe I should go and grab me a little something. I did have some plans also, but I think I do got to cancel too.
Really?
Yeah, I think I got to cancel too. We'll have to see though.
You're really gonna take it seriously?
I'm gonna take it. Why wouldn't I take
I'm
it
just
serious?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna try and take it serious.
Okay.
I was behind last time, but this time I gotta stay prepared. I'm gonna try and stay prepared.
So, you guys ready for me to get into my meteorologist bag?
Yeah,
Okay, here we go.
Talk that talk.
Snow is possible across North Georgia and Metro Atlanta, with the highest chances Saturday morning into early afternoon. Reports are saying that there's a developing storm system that may move through from west of Georgia Friday night, across central Florida Saturday morning, and then up the East Coast by Saturday night. Snow is expected to begin overnight Friday, peak Saturday morning, and taper off by Saturday afternoon or evening. By Sunday, the system will be well offshore, leaving Georgia dry but extremely cold.
Hey.
Good job. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I just can get paid a little bit more, I think, for my meteorology as well,
There you go.
That one's professional. Yeah, man, I don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
Because, every year we go through this.
We go through it twice. This is because we get two. We get two every year. We get that fake winter, which was, in the beginning of January, like in the end of December. Now we're getting like in the real winter. You know what I mean? So we do get two little snow times in Georgia by this time. So this is not off topic. this is definitely not off schedule by any means.
It's usually not this close together. I think we probably have at least one more.
One more?
Like a fake spring
Oh,
winter.
yeah. That
You know what I
flips
mean?
around. That flips around.
It's like
Yeah.
in March when you think you're already through it, or April.
Yeah.
Sometimes as late as May, I feel like. It'll be like, now why is it 40 degrees in May?
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. I'm excited for this, though. I mean, we ain't getting no snow last time. We just got ice. So I love the snow.
They're saying snow, not ice
They're
this
saying
time.
snow. So, I mean, that is drivable.
Yeah.
That is drivable. You can. If you got an SUV or something, you can drive through the snow. Snow does not, as long as it's not frozen over, you're good to go.
And snow is pleasant.
It
You know what I
is.
mean?
It's good.
It's like a nice drive.
Yeah.
Rain is annoying.
That
when it's just
sucks.
cold rain, that sucks.
Sucks.
When it turns into snow, it's like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
I love being out here.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
So y'all bundle up, man. Bundle up. It's gonna be a nice little get cuddled together. You know what I'm saying?
time weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice little. We turn that fireplace on, some hot chocolate. We might get warm, baby.
Okay, yeah, for sure. But what happens if your heat goes off? Or I just hope it's not one of those things where it's like a whole bunch of power outages again. I don't want it to be a whole bunch of power outages.
Yeah, the most pessimistic person ever. Jesus.
No, because we didn't take it serious last time. We got to take. I'm serious this time. I feel it. I feel it in my bones, man. I feel it.
Okay.
I feel it.
Okay. Well, we gonna be over at Million House.
Nah, not my house. Not my house.
I haven't noticed, anything crazy in the grocery stores,
Me
though.
neither,
You
bro.
know what I mean? Like, everybody's like, all right, y'all got us.
They're not taking it seriously, and they do not care this time. And this is going to be the time that they should care, and it's going to hit hard. So I guarantee it.
In general, though, do you feel like it's actually really been that cold of a winter? I can't tell if I just haven't been outside like that or if it's kind of been fine. Like, it's not really been that bad this year.
It actually has been pretty decent.
Like, as far as cold goes, it's winter, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. But,
Like
sometimes it's been like, God dang, we can't get a break from cold.
It's been like a few days, but for the most part, it's actually been. I mean, it's been pleasant.
Pretty mild.
Yeah, it's been straight. I'm not mad about this winter.
Oh, yeah.
I just, you know what that mean though? This summer about to be scorching. This summer about to be scorching.
Oh, man. Okay, so yeah, be on the lookout for that. But speaking of ice, Metro Atlanta students walking out because of another kind of ice enforcement. And this is in Meadow Creek High School in Norcross, Georgia.
Yeah.
And, I actually did not expect to see this many kids walk out. In fact, there's actually a nationwide protest happening right now. I feel like I didn't see that many cars on the road this morning coming in here. I have no idea why that is. If that's because of the actual ice, the actual weather that's expected tomorrow. Is it just because I happened to leave at a different time? I don't know. But there is a nationwide protest for school walkouts, job walkouts, not supposed to be buying anything today. That's a whole effort that they coordinated today. You said Ariana Grande was talking about that.
Ariana Grande was like backing it.
Yeah.
Like backing it heavily.
Online?
All on her social media. Like very, very much so backing it. I definitely appreciate this because I was saying this to you earlier, Alana, that I never really had a chance to do any walkouts like that when I was in school. I graduated 2008, so we really didn't have anything like to this extent happen to where we needed a walkout or anything.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything. So we didn't really do, like you said, the closest thing to a walkout we had was our accreditation.
We lost accreditation.
That was it. But that was just for the county.
Yeah.
You know
and
what
really
I mean?
that was, I was in, I think, 9th grade when that happened. So that was really just like the seniors being like, man, bump this. And they just left. That wasn't even like a walkout. They just walked out.
So I actually like that the kids are getting behind it. Now, do we know if they know what's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't. But for them to understand, for them to have some type of understanding, I'm with it. You know what I mean?
Sorry, I don't want to take over, but I got something to say.
Oh, go for it.
I do wonder, now that we say this, some of these kids are very sensitive. These kids, they don't do anything that is just like harmful to people. The woke police are still kind of a thing. They all want participation trophies. Some of these kids are very soft. You know what I mean? You can't say anything without it being insulting to somebody. And, for better or worse, because some things we probably need to stop saying that was insulting to people. But sometimes I feel like these kids are very sensitive. I do wonder how they are taking all of this in, because a lot of the adults understand what's going on, and some of them do support what Trump is doing. They do support what ICE is doing. But I wonder if these kids are growing up looking at some of these videos that are out and thinking like, oh my God, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. They're hearing other lawmakers compare this to the Nazis, and then they'll see a video where somebody's like hogtied on the street, I wonder if they really are looking at this and thinking like, I'm shying away from the Republican Party or I'm shying away from President Trump. You know, I've never even thought about what these kids think.
Yeah, I don't think the kids are really taking it that deep at all, though. Like, you went in depth. I think seriously that these kids are just looking for a way to get out of school. And at one point in time, I think we had scheduled a protest. I graduated in 2018, but before that, we had a scheduled walkout protest for something that we didn't like. But like, I didn't know much about the topic. I just knew that everybody else was gonna walk out, so I was like, okay, well, shoot, I guess we walking out then. It's gonna be a nice little experience, a nice little time, a nice little way to get out. I do love the fact that it does represent something, though. It does represent the frustration that America does have, and even the kids are now getting involved. I love that. But they ain't taking it that deep. I'm seeing them like having a ball while they out there protesting.
Well, then they're not getting involved. They're just having a ball. Like, I mean, are you appreciate them like getting involved, or are they just like out there to just walk out of school?
Well, two could be true at the same time. They have they still have the words up, you know,
they do.
Bump ice, and they kind of get an overall gist about it.
Yeah.
But they still having fun while they doing it, though.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, they're still children.
Yeah, but it's different though, because when I look at like civil rights protests, when the kids used to go out there, they was not playing at all. It seemed like it looked like they was like hardcore serious about it. This ain't that. This ain't that.
We're like laughing and it's giddy. Wait, can you play the protest video again? Because I really wasn't even looking at their faces like that.
I mean,
because I can see what you're saying.
Yeah,
like if they're just like kiki, haha, I'm just happy to be out of class right now.
Look at,
you know, I don't want to be in English class right now.
I don't know.
Civil rights protest was just a little bit different, though. You know what I mean?
Bro got the look. Look at that. Like they got the phones out. I guess it does, I don't take it serious because everybody's like trying to do a little selfie while they're walking and protesting and everything like that.
Yeah, again, the civil rights protest was just a little bit different. That's why I just want to reiterate real quick. I just want to reiterate that real fast.
They're having a little too much fun. They're having a little too much fun. I don't know. Smiling faces. When I look out at historical civil rights photos, everybody's stone faced. Like they getting beat down.
Yeah, we were protesting for like equal rights and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, we definitely were. That they're protesting for a good cause as well. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But I mean, we were just protesting to just get treated like normal people. You know what I mean?
As citizens of the United States. Right.
Yeah, we were protesting because we lived here and we still didn't get treated correctly.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a little bit, I mean, civil rights protest was just a little bit differently. So we definitely wanted to take that one just a little bit more serious than this right here. That's all I'm saying. You're not wrong, though.
Yeah. What I think stands out to me is that this is just one day of a protest that was scheduled. As far as I know, like I haven't heard any calls for like a week-long protest. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, not to say it's for nothing, because at least it does, you know, show the support that you have, and it kind of gives us an idea of actually how many people care about a topic. Because again, I think social media is just a fake place. You know, these bots are crazy in the comments, so you don't know for sure. So this is like kind of an indication of, okay, there are some kids that care, there are adults that care, but what can one day of a protest do? You know, an economic blockout for one day. I'm not going to go to work for one day. You know what I mean? Like, they might just fire you for real and bring on somebody else just for spite, you know. But if you said, like, none of us are working for a week or for 2 weeks or for a month, like, that's what gets changes done.
Crumble.
But people can't really move like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is interesting.
Yeah, they ain't taking it that serious for real. Because even like, so like I was seeing in Gwinnett County, they're working with the students, like the leadership and the teachers are working with the students on how they can regulate these protests. So they're saying like, hey, y'all can protest, but under our watch, of course. That's good. I mean, in theory, I mean, I love the fact that the teachers are getting involved and making sure that these kids are safe, but it's also like, I don't think it's as serious when you have those, like they at one of the points they can't even leave like school grounds really. They could just go outside of the school, but they can't leave the school grounds.
Oh,
So how
right? I'm leaving. If we're walking out of class and walking out of school, bro, you best believe if I got a whip, I'm going to my car and we're out of here, bro. Like what? Especially if I'm not taking it seriously. Dude.
Yeah.
What? We're done with school. Oh, y'all say we protest today? Cool. I'm going home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the protest.
That's I mean, that's how a lot of those kids are thinking. Like, if you're gonna let me protest all the way. No more school today.
Especially because if you're saying like, oh, you mean we had to go back in there? I thought, so we just coming out here for 10 minutes, say some chants, and go back inside? What is that going to do?
They ain't going to do nothing. I'm gone. I am out of here. Because you need kids to teach. Granted, the teacher's still going to get paid regardless.
Right.
But you need kids to teach. So, hey, I would have left if I was them children. They wouldn't. You couldn't have paid me to walk back in that school, boy. What? I'm gone.
To your point, though, Lana, I don't know if one day is enough. Like, it's not gonna really do much.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't about that life.
No, it would never do enough.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people realize how protests work. It's like, yeah, you have to do it multiple times. Bruh, you can't stand your ground as a person and just expect that after you stand your ground one time, that person gonna be like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's just not how stuff works,
You're not
bruh.
serious.
That's just not how stuff works. That's just not how stuff works.
Can we just go ahead and say that black people are the best at protesting?
I wish that wasn't a thing, though. You get what I'm saying? I don't want that to be something that we claim like, man, we're the best at oppression.
At being oppressed.
Yeah, we're the best at being oppressed. No, man, I don't want that to be a thing.
Come on, you're looking at a glass half empty. We're the best at fighting oppression. They need us.
Okay.
Come on, half full.
We've been telling, like I said, we've been telling y'all for decades. Like, look, we've been through this before. We see the signs.
These are the signs.
Nobody wants to listen to us. Why would you not listen to a group of people that has historically shown you that when we protest, we get stuff done? Y'all doing these little regulated protests ain't gonna do much. Y'all kind of need us, in a sense, in my opinion, at least.
At the same time, you do support what Trump is doing.
Yeah.
Do you really want them to?
I support I support DHS. I'm saying, like, I support that they're not snatching people up, but like getting illegal. Yeah, they're getting illegal immigrants out. I don't think that if you're a legal immigrant here, you need to go back to your country. The way that they're doing it, of course, I don't agree with. Shooting somebody, especially our own citizens, I don't agree with.
You're saying that the black community tried to tell like legal, lawful U.S. citizens who are Hispanic,
yep,
this is probably going to come on y'all as well, and y'all didn't believe it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So we're going to keep on minding our business until the world respects us as the
authorities.
Yeah, as the authority.
On oppression.
Of oppression.
Of oppression. No, of fighting oppression.
Fighting oppression.
Thank
no,
you.
I hear. I'm just trolling. Yeah. No, you get it. I get it. Okay. Morris Brown College just got some money.
Yeah.
Now, what is this for? They got $800,000.
Well, first of all, shout out to Dr. Kevin James. I'm always going to give him his shout out every single time I can. I'm always going to give him his shout out. So, Morris Brown just got $800,000 in new financial support. The majority of the funding is marked for campus security enhancements for an emergency preparedness. So, essentially, what's about to happen is they are using the money for, upgrading, hiring and additional public safety personnel, upgrading security technology, and developing and updating emergency response plans. Now, it's cool because a lot of this money came from, you would not believe where some of this money came from, $60,000 from the African Methodist Episcopal Church 6th District to support general operations, and $50,000 from TI. To fund endowment scholarships for students. So $800,000 for the security and scholarships is going to be dope. Morris Brown, I see you. I see you, baby. I see you. Next year, hopefully you got 1,200 kids in there enrolled. I see you, man. Dr. Kevin James, I see you, brother.
There we go. I love the HBCU support because I went to one. I love the fact that they're actually getting members of the community to put money into what? Mm-hmm. Yes, this is gorgeous. I love this.
And shout out to T.I.
Yeah.
Because that's all you want. If you started in these streets, it is what it is. But like the fact that you made your money and then are reaching back to help people in the streets, that's beautiful.
That's real.
Yeah, man.
I wish more rappers did that. Hopefully we could get our younger rappers to start doing that because they're making a lot of money. They're making a lot of money from these contracts that they sign. So start putting it towards our HBCUs. Y'all, HBCUs are needed in America. We're low funded. I went to a HBCU. Shout out to the Fort Valley State University.
Any chance he gets, love it.
The Fort Valley State University. But we had some hardships there. There were some buildings that needed a little tweaking here and there. So yes, make sure that you're putting more money into these HBCUs before you put it anywhere else.
Flat out. So shout out to Morris Brown. I hope that y'all get as many enrollees next year. I'm talking about a plethora of people to come through Morris Brown, bro. What?
Well, I will say they may not be able to fund that. They may struggle funding all that.
I got you.
So
but
pace it out. Pace it out.
I mean, let's just go up from 500 to 1,000. Let's just small increments. Let's go up another 500 next year.
There we go.
They started at what, 20 a couple of years ago?
And then they went to 100
when they had lost accreditation.
Yeah.
So
500 is a lot for Morris Brown right now, bro.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all. I would like to go sit in class and just see like what they're teaching over there.
They teach the same stuff, Dale.
Oh.
They teach the same stuff as any other college.
Okay, in one sentence, because we do have to move on. In one sentence, what would you say is like the biggest value, the point of going to an HBCU as a Black person? Like, what's the value? What's the point?
The point is, that's a good question. You just threw me out there. It's to be around your people and also get the education, because you see in the news sometimes you see around you like that, Black people, you don't see Black people in the brightest light sometimes. Yeah. So you start seeing how educated Black people can be because you're surrounding yourself with a group of nothing but educated Black people. So now you're growing as a community, seeing that we're all Black, and yes, we can be more than just a statistic.
Yeah.
And we excel at that also. Black women especially. Y'all are blowing a lot of Black men out of the water.
Oh, okay. I like that I asked that question. No, that's a really good point, actually. Yeah, that's a beautiful point. What are you thinking about this? Atlanta Falcons just named Ian Cunningham as general manager.
Nobody.
Is this good? I mean, I don't know how to.
Great.
I don't know.
Great. It's great in my opinion. I think it's great. So
okay, then.
Yeah, there we go. Atlanta Falcons front office executive just announced Ian Cunningham as the general manager. Now he comes from the Chicago Bears, which is a great team, by the way. They were great. So because Million is probably going to want to, he's probably going to want to attack me for this, but I have some notes that I have come up with that makes Ian Cunningham why he's a good choice for the Falcons. And I'm just going to read them to you. He's a proven talent and evaluator, all right? So he helped build the Philadelphia Eagles. He helped build Chicago, through their draft picks. He helped build them strong. He's a modern team builder. Like he values versatility, speed. So we never know with Kevin Stefanski, and Ian Cunningham being the general manager, Mike Penix might get some PT. You get what I'm saying? A strong draft resume, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Adams. I mean, not Devontae Adams, Devontae Smith. He has a really, really good draft resume. Player development mindset, respected league-wise. He's respected in the league. He's calm. He's with a disciplined approach. Leadership background, fresh but experienced. Okay. These are all good points to have Ian Cunningham as the general manager for the Falcons. And what do you have to say?
He may be a good pick for us. Good pick for us.
Wow.
Can you go that in depth for Stefanski?
No.
And does this pick overrule Stefanski? Like overall, I still think that Stefanski is going to be working with he's the coach at the end of the day.
For sure.
He has a GM can only go so far. So for us to sit here and act like this is the biggest thing ever, it's like, no, it's not. We still need answers for picking up Stefanski.
For sure. 100%. I agree with you. Why did we pick him up? But this is just a bigger stepping stone for us to help in the draft. This is a bigger stepping stone for us to help with the trades. This is Ian Cunningham he knows what he's doing. I mean, shoot, look at the Chicago Bears. Amazing team. You know what I mean? Really good team. He was a general manager of them, so he did a really good job. So it's not like we don't have anybody in the office now that doesn't know what they're doing. No, my man know what he's doing now. You know what I mean? Come on, dog. And he's working side by side with Matt Ryan. And I know how much you don't like Matt Ryan, but he's working side by side with Matt Ryan. I think they can get something done in that office. I think they can make something shake during draft. I think they can make something shake when it comes to putting his hand over Kevin Stefanski and saying, hey, you need to abide by these rules, X, Y, and Z. He know a little something now.
Good luck, Falcons. We'll just have to see. Good luck. Good luck. We'll see if the GM can pull it through for y'all. We can see if the GM does it for you. Yeah.
Never seen anybody hate so much.
Or maybe our
on
president. Maybe our president will do it for us. Because Stefanski ain't.
Whatever, dude.
Just real quick, because I'm in the back. I'm trying to pay attention here, trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay. If I have a general manager in any other job, like that person is kind of telling, I know about the news business. The general manager doesn't like just oversee the day-to-day news stuff, but if he sees something crazy that happens on the news, the news director has to report to the general manager. Yeah. And that's the hierarchy. So in this scenario, we got a general manager, we have a news director, we have the team. In this scenario, we have general manager, the president, and the coach.
The president, general manager.
I'm sorry, yeah. The general manager and the coach.
Yeah, the general manager, yeah.
So then couldn't the coach have to answer to the general manager for any like shady, crappy things that's going on with the team?
100%. But they already hired Stefanski before they hired Ian Cunningham.
Right, but so like if Stefanski does like crazy stuff and does stuff that like people like you would be like, this is why I didn't want you here. Couldn't the general manager put a stop to that?
No, for 100%.
What the GM is in charge of is roster management, scouting and drafting, contract negotiations.
Oh.
Yeah. The coach is the game, y'all. The coach is he's in charge of the defense, in charge of the offense, how we play our game. The GM can only do so much. We could provide him with the pieces, but if he don't know how to build them things up, we're worthless.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, cool, we got a good GM. What is that going to say?
Exactly. But, I mean, it's a stepping stone for us to build. But Kevin Stefanski, his contract is for 5 years. I just looked it up. He's got a 5-year deal with Atlanta, which is absolutely wild, bruh. Absolutely wild. We should have signed him for 1 year and just see what he does.
Right, that's about to be 5 years without a ring, y'all. Y'all
without a ring.
Without a ring. 5 more years without a ring.
But like you said, Million, you can't build, like, I can give you all the puzzle pieces to put the puzzle together, but if you don't know how to put a puzzle together, then it's like, bro, I just gave you a bunch of pieces. Like, bro, we have the pieces, and I'm pretty sure Ian Cunningham is going to know what he's doing about grabbing people, but I'm with you. Kevin Stefanski,
L.
Toilet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're almost out of time here, but I will say, when we were talking about the best grocery stores back a couple of weeks when we were talking about this, what did I say?
Trader Joe's.
I said it was Trader Joe's.
You did.
Trader Joe's just replaced Publix as the #1 grocery store for customer satisfaction. Is anybody surprised?
I am, actually, because Publix is amazing.
Boy, have you ever stepped foot in a Trader Joe's?
I have. It feels like
there's no way.
I don't know. It feels like a NSYNC concert. It just feels
NSYNC?
Yeah, it just feels like illuminated. You feel good when you walk in there. You feel like, you know what I'm saying?
In a Trader Joe's, you feel good when you walk into a Trader Joe's, you're saying, right?
You feel healthy.
Yes.
Healthy?
You
like
do.
I'm at a farmer's market.
Yeah, you do feel good. Publix, you feel like that too. But Publix also Publix, you feel good in Publix, but you don't feel great in Publix.
Okay, all the people want to be there. And I will say, I do get that same vibe in Publix. Like, I never get any, like, sass or any attitude in Publix. But at the same time, in Trader Joe's, like, they really want to be there.
Yeah.
You ask for cheese. Oh, let me walk you through the cheese section. Yeah. I'm into cheese. You go to the checkout. Did you find everything? Because I could go walk away right now and help you find whatever you missed. Like, they are down for it at Trader Joe's. It's the culture.
I feel condescending, like when I go into Trader Joe's. Everybody talks to me a certain way. I don't like it. I prefer the Walmart. Don't talk to me at all. All right? Don't talk to me at all.
All right.
Well, that is going to do it for us. But we appreciate you rocking out with us this week. We will see you on Monday.
Peace.